So, welcome back to the Breathment's Mancini the Amazing. I am here. Very cool logo, as I've pointed out every single time I've had the chance to show it off. And yes, I know I've only had 2 weeks, but there's transactions anyway, because I was terrified by next week's matchup, even though my opponent did not have a great record, because they had the dog, and the dog is terrifying. Even though it's a coyote, it's not even a dog, which makes it even scarier. So here I am, and I am joined by this person. Who
Am I allowed to speak now, or
yes, no, yeah. I'm trying to be very professional.
I'll speak. Hello, my name is Keith Sheldon, and you're.
It's not his actual name.
So many people think it like Keith Sheldon is not a last name. I don't understand.
I know. I don't understand it. But I don't know why you thought it was last name either.
Well, it was the two most ugly names I could think of.
Anyway, so I made transactions. I actually didn't include him in the conversation. I think I'd spoken about them when I was considering different transactions, and then someone sniped Milk Tank. And then two people dropped from the league, and one of them made transactions where they dropped Clefable, and then someone else dropped their Sylveon to pick up their Clefable, and I'm like, maybe I should make transactions. And then a little while later, I mean, they dropped like 6 Pokemon. They dropped like Stall Team to make it Hyper Offense with Deoxys Attack and Tapu Lele. So that was a bit of a change. And then I realized my team is entirely weak to Psychics when I saw I was in a few weeks playing Deoxys Attack and Tapu Lele. So I was like, I should probably make some trades. But I just realized that I forgot to put that on the list of types that I felt that I was too weak to. Because I'm very smart. I was very tired while making... I'm always very tired, which is really a problem.
I don't think you've had a good night's sleep since about 2007. I think that's...
I haven't had a good night's sleep since I was in the hospital when my sister was being born and I saw 9/11 happen on TV.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not joking.
I'm trying to...
I was not very old at the time.
9/11? I just remember, like...
We were watching football on TV, and then they cancelled the football, and we thought it was a prank. Well, my dad thought it was. I wasn't really young enough. I was too young to understand it. But it was 9/11. Like, we thought it was staged. But yeah, 9/11 conversation at the start of my Pokemon dropping. Like I told you, this is what my videos are. Sorry, we just came from filming one of his videos.
Stop this nice lighthearted Pokemon topic. I'm thinking about 9/11.
Yeah, the most natural thing to start all Pokemon. So I had to consider why did I want to make transactions. So this was the team that I had before the transactions. It consisted of Mega Salamacey, Pele Dragon, who is Arceus Poison,
Okay, so
Maldini.
Why did you call it Pele Dragon? Is that actually his last name, or like?
No, his name is just Pele. His name is only Pele.
Why-
The joke is
why
that
did you-
whenever you have an Arceus, you should always name it the other type that it looks like. When I had Arceus Dragon, it was Arceus Poison. I just had Arceus Flying, which was Arceus Steel. And now this is Pele Dragon, because it's Pele, but it's Dragon type, but it's Poison type. But it looks like it's Dragon type. So people make the jokes. I don't know if they actually do. I just thought it was funny, because I remember the meme of like, Arceus Flying, Arceus Steel, opponent uses Earthquake. That
I've
meme.
seen that.
But yeah, so just pretend like Flying type isn't there and it's Psychic on the screen. I'm on the second of the 4 things that I have. Maldini, my Zamazenta Crowned. Beckham, my Pheromosa, which I don't think I actually explained in my video, but it's called Beckham because David Beckham, like, sells a bunch of, like, fashion shit, and he's like a model, and Pheromosa walks in like a model and, like, puffs itself. So I thought it was...
also married to one of the Spice Girls.
Posh Spice. He's married to Posh Spice.
That was it. Yep, there you go.
That's the only Spice Girl I know, because it's married to David Beckham. I think it's like Sporty Spice.
Yeah, Sporty Spice, Scary Spice, Posh
Scary
Spice,
Spice? Baby Spice?
Yeah.
What the fuck flavor is Baby Spice? It's like cardamom. So, wait, do cardamoms use Baby Spice? Why are we talking about the Spice Girls? Crocodile, who is Suarez, who has not actually bit anyone yet, but he has, like, goaded through a team, but with knockoff. Yashin, Cloister, my favorite Russian. Maradona, the Primarina. Xavi, the Chandelure. the Tim Cahill, the Espeon, Jonathan Hart, the Togedemaru, and Frank Ruri, the Togetic. Because Togetic is French and
So
looks
why'd
like
you
Frank
name them
Ruri.
all after professional wrestlers?
Fucking footballers.
Yeah, so you had Bret Hart, right? Bret the Hitman Hart. You had
Bret Hitman. Are you going to tell me there's a professional wrestler with that's called Frank Ribery? Because I would believe it. He looks like a professional wrestler.
Probably a WCW wrestler from like the 1980s.
Probably was not one called Ribery, I think. Also, I don't think there was one called Macy. I also don't think there was a Pele. I also don't think there was a Maldini, even though there probably was like a boxer named Maldini, because it's a Russian name. I don't think there was a Beckham. I don't think there was a Suarez. I don't think there was a Yashin. Maldini is an Italian name. Sorry, I'm just a dumbass. I don't even know why I said that. Maldini's Italian name. Yashin's the Russian one. I meant... and I don't think there's a Maradona. And I don't think there's a Xavi. I'm pretty sure that there's only one of these that you can...
Xavi is actually John Cena's real name.
His name is fucking Mark something.
No.
Mark... he's Mark Wahlberg, clearly.
Yeah, no, I feel it's John...
Mark Wahlberg? I look like I ate Mark Wahlberg.
Actually.
Yes,
John
so...
Cena's name is John Felix Anthony Cena. I just googled. This is the research you're here to see.
Sorry, so... Yes, I felt like I was very weak to rock types, I was very weak to psychic types, that does not say flying. I was very weak to ground types, I was very weak to fire types. So if you look at my current team here, my fire types... Okay, I think I'm maybe misleading a little bit. I felt like fire types were a bit of a threat, because it forced me to bring Primarina. Primarina was really like my main dragon check, and making it also my main fire check was a bit gross. Because then Bence doesn't want to get burnt by anything, and Chandelure doesn't want to come to every game, and Chandelure likes running Infiltrator. So it was just really tough in terms of fit deciding that. And I felt like Zanazota Crowned was very weak to fire, Pheromosa is very weak to fire, Cloyster is pretty weak to fire because a lot of them are special, and Togedemaru, the key piece of my defensive line, is very weak to fire.
I mean, you do have Togedemaru and Togetic. It is impossible to break that core, as you've explained previously.
As I have made it well aware.
Yeah.
But it's
I will
important
say,
to understand.
As someone looking at this drop, this is one of the most ground weak things I think I've ever seen in my life.
It really isn't. I've got Mega Salamence and Pheromosa and Togetic.
Yeah, so, okay, now what are Pheromosa's defensive stats again?
71, 39, 39.
That's taken some hits.
That is taking one ground move that is not choice banded. From like it will take an Excadrill Earthquake and then like be faster than Excadrill and Sand with Scarf.
But lose to but you know hit the Focus Sash and die.
If it's Focus Sash, then I'm pretty sure I probably just lived too, but I died to the Iron Head. I'm clicking U-turn anyway because there's no way it's staying in. I just went hard Pheromosa against it. Anyways. Mega Salamence. I don't think I actually played the dude with Excadrill Sand. I'm pretty sure Fate. I don't think I play him. So this is the build I have. And I felt like it was very weak to Psychic types. Ignore the flying. I think I just spoke flying because one of the Pokemon resisted it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that was it. It was very weak to Psychic because I relied very heavily on Togedemaru and Espeon as my Psychic resists, and then Crocodile. Which is not great, because like if you play a Mega Metacham, Espeon is taking like 80% from said Headbutt. Togedemaru is dying. He's taking 99% and going to 30 from High Jump Kick, but it doesn't get counter. And then Crocodile is just fucking dying without a Chople.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty gross. Not to mention, there's also like Mega Mewtwo X and regular Metacham and a Mega Gallade that are all just...
Mega Mewtwo what?
Mega Mewtwo Y is incredibly banned because it is 150 speed and 194 special attack.
Yeah, balanced.
Yeah, very, very balanced. You can tell it's balanced because it only has 70 physical defense with its 104 HP. Yeah. Very balanced. But yeah, so those were the types that I felt a bit gross dealing with. So I had to figure out which Pokemon I wanted to trade. I had some idea of which Pokemon I wanted to pick up. I had been looking at them, or they had recently been dropped. And I wound up speaking to two of my friends. I spoke to Saram, who I have not played, who is the coach of the Asian Alakazams, I want to say. He's from Singapore, he's a good lad. And then Talal, who I played week 1, who is the coach of the Rawalpindi Scolopedes. About which Pokemon I should take, working through a lot of Pokemon. I had 2 Pokemon very much in mind, and a third Pokemon that I need to drop, and I need to figure out what I want to do. I had to decide between a few of my lower point Pokemon, which ones I absolutely needed, and which ones I could drop down. So these were the Pokemon I wound up deciding on dropping. So Maldini here, Frank Ribery, and sadly Diego Maradona, the absolute legend that he is, had to go.
I can't believe double Toad.
I know, the double Togetic core is like unbreakable. At one point I had considered Togekiss instead of Togetic even, but then it would just be too breakable. But I had to break up the core myself, otherwise it would be impossible. So here I have... Yeah? Okay, you cut out.
Give everyone else a bit of a fighting chance, you know? You couldn't just...
Yeah, it would have been impossible. You know, it's not like I have just gone through like
Saitama from One Punch Man.
I've lost like...
You'd just be so bored with killing it.
And I think I've lost 3 matches in my last 3 Ubers leagues. So, you know, I don't... Yeah. I'm not too worried. You know, I am the reigning champion of the World Pokemon Federation Ubers.
I think we're having connectivity issues, by the way.
You have been roboting a bit.
Yeah, I think...
Of course this happens during my video and not during yours.
Well, you know, my video...
you wouldn't even let me wear a goddamn hat. And then you're bullying me.
Put the hat on.
It's on the floor and it's stuck. I don't know where it is. Anyways, so I didn't like Zamazenta C, my wish support being Salamence, Togetic, Espeon, and Togedemaru all were Salamence, which is a Mega, and I would much rather be offensive or run Roost for recovery, or 65 base HP in the case of Espeon and Togedemaru, and 55 base HP in the case of Togetic. So not very optimal for bush passing into a Pokemon which has like 100 and something HP. And it can't run leftovers because it has to carry the Rusted Shield. And also I just don't like it. It's only set up as HAL. It doesn't get Body Press even though it gets +1 defense as it comes in. It gets 1 down by Spikes, even though it doesn't take a lot from Rocks, but Spikes are pretty decent against my team. I just don't like it. And then Togetic is not going to be coming. I actually literally only drafted it in the hopes that it would encourage my week 1 opponent to not bring Grimmsnarl. And they brought Grimmsnarl anyway. And then Primarina. Primarina I'm dropping because after I dropped these 2 and had the 2 in mind that I wanted to take, I needed to get 1 more point, so I had to drop it down a tier. And I was deciding between that, Chandelure, and Espeon. I didn't think Espeon was replaceable. I thought I really needed the Magic Bounce. So, and I didn't want to drop Chandelure.
Hazard removal options outside of Espeon. You don't seem like the best at dealing.
Well, it's almost like I had a problem with rocks, including rock moves like Stealth Rock, and I wanted to get a better defogger, and that was like part of the entire idea that I made transactions, because my defoggers were Arceus and Togetic, and my Rapid Spin users were Pheromosa and Cloyster, who actually have brought I think I brought both of them to both games, and I brought Rapid Spin on both of them in both games. But you know what? It doesn't matter that I brought I only brought Rapid Spin on Cloyster on one of the games, but I definitely brought Rapid Spin on Pheromosa in both. But it doesn't matter that I've run like multiple Rapid Spin users multiple times. So here's
if you don't have a draft with at least 4 Rapid Spin users, you're not.
You're really just not doing it right. So yeah, then I made transactions. I really need to figure out what Pokemon to pick up. So, like I said, Sylveon was the main thing. So there's Reyes, the capital of BVB, Borussia Dortmund. I figured I needed a German player. I was dropping... So I was dropping a French player, an Italian player, and who else did I drop?
You dropped...
Primarina, an Argentinian player. Basically, the mentality is if they're retired, it's their nationality, and if they're currently playing, it's the league they're currently playing in. So, yeah, Sylveon, Reyes, German player. Hulk is...
Hulk Hogan,
no.
another wrestler.
No.
Hollywood
No.
Hulk Hogan.
I didn't even think about the fact that you'd be able to make Hulk a wrestler. So Hulk is a Brazilian player who is very good build, and he makes some very, very strong shots. He's a left winger. Sorry, when I say he's Brazilian by ethnicity, but he counts as a representation of the Japanese team, because I think he plays for Shanghai currently. And then Neymar, because this Pokemon costs 19 points, and Neymar is the most expensive player of all time. Even though this cost like significantly less than Zamazenta, I thought it was funny if I made a very expensive trade, and then made that Neymar. I hope it doesn't do what Neymar's done in the past 2 seasons of just generally not good things. But yeah, Neymar. So good defog, good wish support, good stealth rock setter.
Yeah.
It's almost like I covered all of my bases. Also, a better ground immunity than Togetic. Another fairy thing. I think I dropped 3 dragon resists, like 3 dragon checks, and then I picked up 2 dragon checks and Swampert. But Swampert is a rock resist, which is important. Even though I dropped a rock resist, and I think I dropped a rock weakness. I was very weak to Lycanroc, because Lycanroc gets close combat, but Lycanroc does not get Leaf Blade or Seed Bomb. Gets everything else though.
I'll be honest. Lycanroc Crowned does...
Lycanroc Crowned.
What's this?
Zamazenta. You're cutting out so much.
The Shield 1 Crowned does not seem that good.
It is like really good if you have good wish support, but I couldn't afford to get wish support and keep it. So I figured it also, yeah, I felt really weak to Psychic because my big steal was not a Psychic resist, and now I have a very good Psychic resist to Neymar. Pressure is an amazing ability in the format because you just burn down people's power points for like Dracos and Fire Moves.
It's not weak to
Hydro Pumps.
Very basic Focus Blast coverage that a lot of Psychics have.
Yeah, it's just weak to Thunderbolt that all of the Uber Psychics have, like Mewtwo and Deoxys Attack.
Yeah, but...
Actually, I think Deoxys Attack only gets Thunder Punch, but it's 180 base attack, so... I don't think I have the best matchup against Deoxys Attack, except for the fact that I have a Pheromosa, which is just faster, for some reason. Even though they are probably going to run, like, Scarf Deoxys with webs. They have webs. They have 2 web setters, I think. They have Vikavolt and Araquanid, which is just rude. I wish I could fit a web setter on this team, but I can't. But yeah, Hulk, Neymar, Reyes. Honestly, there were so many names that I was going through. I almost wanted to have, like, I think originally I had, like, Kagura and Bale, because I haven't been following. I didn't know Neymar was the most expensive thing. Back when I was saying Gareth Bale, the Welsh player, was still the most expensive. And then I realised that having Kagura and Bale meant that I had, like, half my team from... No, I had 5 out of 11 of my Pokemon were from La Liga. And I'm like, oh, jeez. Should probably get a little less La Liga. But it's okay. Neymar is also, I think, La Liga. No. Trade... He's in Paris Saint-Germain, I think. Which is French. Or was it still La Liga? Something. Yeah, so now I have Stealth Rocks. I have Roar from Hulk. And Hulk's roars are very scary. He says, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry and things. Neymar with the defog. And Reyes with wish support and baton pass pivots. Even though I lost baton pass from Togetic. Sorry, the specific trades that I made, even though they're not like displayed in the right order, I turned Zamazenta Crowned Maldini into Neymar, my Corviknight. I turned Togetic into Sylveon, so that's Franck Ribéry into Reyes. And then I turned Primarina into Swampert, so Maradona into Hulk. So they're both South American. but one is Brazilian and one's Argentinian. So if any actual football fans watched from South America, they would probably kill me, but they don't, because I'm not very popular. Are you still there?
Argentina is. Let's be honest.
I don't know what he said, but thank you guys for watching. That was my trade transactions video. Sometimes you just make transactions because you can, and you hate Samazenta Ground. GG. Please watch next time when I play Ghost, like I said I would. See ya.